I'm Jessica, and welcome to another episode of The Sit Down. I'm here with Molly.
My name's Molly Clay. I'm a sophomore psychology major here at UAB.
Hi, I'm Deja Stevens. I've been working at DSS for about 3 years.
So what exactly is DSS?
So Disability Support Services is the liaison between students and their testing accommodations, as well as them having good accommodations in their classrooms. So anything that can help them be more comfortable or take better assessments or have much more time with assignments is what DSS offers.
DSS offers accommodations to students that have any disability, ranging from a learning disability to depression, anxiety, a physical disability, really anything.
Cool. In this kind of climate that we're having right now, we need mental health to be a priority.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
So this is a needed service. So how can students sign up to get these services from you guys?
Pretty much if they have a disability or they know their disability, they would have documentation from a doctor, and they would go online to our site, which is uab.edu/DSS, and they would sign up for services that way, and their documentation and everything else will be put into the system and follow through the process.
So how does DSS provide education to students with disabilities? So how do they help them?
So what happens is after you go through a process, you sit down and talk to a few counselors where they'll explain to you the accommodations you can get for your disability. And those accommodations are considered classroom accommodations. So for me, I get extended time on tests and extended time on in-class assignments if they take a certain amount of time. I get a reduced distraction testing environment. I'm able to get books in alternative form and a peer note taker.
Okay, cool. A lot of things to help students. I didn't even know about this service, and I just recently graduated, so this is something new for me. Do you feel that with the support of DSS that students are excelling academically?
I do. I feel the students are much more comfortable with being able to come in and use our facility to better take tests and to study, even just to come in and have somebody to talk with about how their accommodations are coming.
Okay, great. What are the responsibilities of the students if they need assistance from DSS? How can they go about getting these services, started?
Yeah, so the first step would be to fill out an online application. They can come into the office and fill out that application, or they can just fill it out at home in the convenience of their couch. But they just fill out the application and send in documentation of the disability from either a doctor or a psychologist or anything like that. After that, they'll have 2 appointments. The first appointment is an intake appointment, where they'll sit down and talk about the disability, how it affects them in the classroom or anything like that. And then the second appointment will be an accommodations conference, where our counselor will explain to them how to use the accommodations and how to send out accommodation letters to the professor. When I was in high school, my high school would not give me accommodations because I was a straight A student, and I felt like it really wasn't up to them, because while I was doing fine in school, they didn't know if I was reaching my full potential, because I have a disability, and just because I'm doing well doesn't mean I don't need a little bit of help to push me along and get me to my highest potential. So I think having DSS has helped me tremendously, because I've realized that just because I have this disability doesn't mean my education is going to stop. Because I'm able to do it even if I do need a little aid here and there.
Gotcha. So switching gears, tell me about the Inclusivity Fair.
Okay, the Inclusivity Fair is where all different groups by minority groups, the Lakeshore Foundation, the Crisis Center, different groups that help groups that aren't necessarily always included or that they feel aren't always included will come out to the Inclusivity Fair and just get information and get you more involved and come out and get to know more about what's going on in the community that you don't know that you could be a part of and help contribute to.
So it's really just a fair where you can go around different clubs and see how they're including people and see different ways to include people in your clubs if you're having a hard time with it and things like that.
Yeah, so I know UAB's campus, we're very diverse here. Why do you think it's important to have the Inclusivity Fair?
Because I think including people is something that any university needs to do. Since we are so diverse, I think everyone needs to realize that UAB is home to them. And they always have somewhere on campus to go, and even if it's not the place they think they have to go, because everyone's going to love them for whoever they are and whatever is going on in life.
So who's going to be at the Inclusivity Fair? Do y'all have special guests coming, or?
We actually have a lot of clubs. I don't know all
Okay.
of them off the top of my head. I know Counseling Services will be there, Disability Advocacy Club will be there.
Okay.
The Birmingham Autism Society I think will be there. A lot of different clubs, not only on campus, but like community organizations as well.
So what made you guys want to host this fair?
Well, being that most people, when they hear disabilities, they automatically think it's a negative connotation, but it's not. We literally just are here to help make sure that you're comfortable. But the people that come into our center aren't less or should be considered as less. They're great people. They're going to have great careers and great jobs. And so we have this fair to let everybody know that you're all included. It's an inclusivity fair.
Right. So, you know, you just talked about students, they may feel uncomfortable. This is a way to get them, you know, acclimated to school and get them the help they need. What would you say to a student that may feel apprehensive about coming to the inclusivity fair? You know, why should they come? What will they get out of it?
Well, I would say you should come out because, for one, you don't always know what's out there. And being able to come out and find out about what other groups are out there, you get involved, you get engaged. And if you didn't have a group before, you find one.
Exactly. Yes. So we've been talking about the inclusivity fair. When is it? Where is it?
Okay. It's April the 3rd at 11 a.m. and it'll be in the Hill Student Ballroom D.
Okay, gotcha. So make sure you come out to the inclusivity fair.
Come to the inclusivity fair.
Yes. Thank you, Deja.
No problem.